Hi everyone, my name is Liana Graffanino, and this is my third season with Phoenicia's Festival of the Voice. I was brought to opera inherently from my mother, her parents, and being blessed to have been gifted with their talents. Meeting at the Juilliard School of Music, music was the common language that my grandparents Aldo and Isabel shared together. My grandparents were incredible pianists, they were composers, and had a passion for teaching and exposing others to these different styles of music. He was a childhood prodigy at the accordion, oboe, organ, and he was a choir director at St. Patrick's Church in Brooklyn from 1950 to 2010 until he passed. Over the years during their marriage, they formed a group called the King's Forum for performing artists rallying support for a wide variety of productions from Broadway musicals to grand opera. He served as the musical director, and my grandmother was the artistic director, recruiting musicians from the church. And also they hired professionals from New York City Opera and Metropolitan Opera Studio for the leads. He also appeared as a nightclub entertainer in various capacities with my mother, Valerie. He accompanied her singing duets and as a master of ceremonies spoofing opera vignettes. So for 5 years, my grandparents ran and owned a restaurant and supper club called Imboboli in Yorkville and Manhattan. One of the last memories I have of my late grandfather was him sitting at the piano playing the orchestral score of my favorite opera, La Bohème, my memory. I aspire to continue their legacy in opera, and that is why I admire the beautiful work that Marie and Louis do every year in this field. My mother and grandfather started training me to become an operatic singer during my last year of high school. I went on to study classical vocal performance at the Crane School of Music and received my master's at Manhattan School of Music, the same original building where my grandparents attended Juilliard. I would say that my parents weren't shocked at all that I wanted to be a musician since I was putting on performances from when I was a little girl to Disney music and singing all over the house. My biggest influences were and still are Renee Fleming and Stephanie Blythe. They're both Crane graduates. I was able to work with Miss Blythe and share the stage with her in a premiere opera at Crane while she was there receiving her PhD. I have admired both of those women for many years, and I was able to sit in and be a participant of their master classes where they were able to easily connect with young artists while remaining true to their roots. One of my coaches recently told me that opera is like the ballet of singing. It really is the foundational skills that can sustain true and good singing with proper training and vocal technique, like ballet is for dance. It was in that moment where I truly started to appreciate its difficulty and the beauty of color that it brings to the world. I enjoyed teaching a unit of opera to my secondary students, challenging the stereotypes, exposing them to this genre, and realizing how many themes and arias they already know from TV and film. For this reason, I am very happy and excited about this season's program of Hollywood in the Hills, where we highlight opera and film.